Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Oh, exciting. The postman has just arrived and I've got some new Indigoblu things. So I thought I'd do a quick unboxing. I bought this tearing ruler because I'd seen it on one of the Indigoblu's videos that they were doing. And I thought, what a great idea, because you know how I love doing torn edges and things, but you can't always get it right. Well, these are two rulers of differing sizes. So you have, oh, interesting. They're thick. They're thick, a lot thicker than I thought, which is good. I thought they'd be quite thin, but they really are like a ruler. And so you've got different widths along there. Let me just do it on that so you can see it. And then you've got another one on that side. So that's great for like mountains and valleys and things like that. And then you've got this one, which is smaller ones. And again, look at the thickness of that. That's really thick. So really impressed with those. They've got little holes in them as well. So I suppose you could, oh yes, they've got the little stuff still in there. So you could have them, you know, on a hangy thing if you wanted to. I don't know whether I would do. It's a nice little hole out of there. Might use those little bits for something. But I thought that they were really good. So you'll see them at a later stage. And I thought that they were really good value because they'll last forever. And I do a lot of torn paper, but it doesn't always go how I want it. So that's my new thing. And then there's this Mixed Media Box 1. First one they've ever done. Big size box. And it's got a steampunk theme. And I'm not really into steampunk, but I'm like, okay, we can do it. You don't have to do steampunk, if you see what I mean. I'm going to cut it through on here. I just thought I should really try and get the paper off and use some of these pieces. I might see if I can get some of this paper off, because those would actually look quite good on a card. So I have not opened it. It came today. I only ordered it on the first day, so it's come really quickly, which is fantastic. And says me, I've just got to open it up this side, and I'm going to just open it up on that side so I don't get my fingers caught. Okay, so let's open it and see. So we have a nice letter that turns around and says that the product has got over £40 worth of stuff in it for £25, and it tells you everything that's in there. I'm not turning the other side over because there is a code on there that will give me a tutorial with it. Now look at this. If you know me and tissue paper, I love tissue paper because you can do so much with it. So we have a lovely piece of really nice, says me getting it right up on here, really nice sort of a violet-y purple, and then there's a blue at the bottom. So I'm just going to take that out of there. And then we've got this is a inspiration and ideas from the team. So, oh look, yes, lots of ideas and things in there. So I'm going to have fun reading through all of that and getting inspiration. Although, as you know, I tend to do my own thing. So we have, what's the first one? Collections edition number 64, letter cluster. Now, this is red rubber. And as you can see, hopefully, it's a reasonable size. Excuse my hands, I've just been mowing the lawn. But these are all letters, which is really good because, you know, I've got the stencils. And then there's numbers. So again, I love that. Red rubber. So great quality. Nice little size as well. So I can just sort of put it here, there, which means that the letters are quite small, which means that they'll be great for doing smaller cards. Then there is, okay, my goodness, now this is big. They did turn around and say it was big. Woodology giant steampunk tag, but it's got all of these. Now let's see if I can open this up and have a look at it, because I haven't seen it, and I know I'm quite close for you, but I just wanted to, in fact I'll do it at the end. So that's this huge tag. We'll have a look at it in more detail. Then there's two of these, they're called Man with Umbrella, and I was looking and thinking, well, can we do it as a woman with an umbrella? And I think we probably can, actually. I might trim it and make it, you know, a woman with an umbrella and a bright jazzy Mac or something, as something different. So that's that one. Then there's these, which are tiny laser cut pieces. So we've got cogs and chains and all sorts of pieces, which are quite nice. And again, yes, they can be steampunky, but they can also be other things as well. I'm looking at these and thinking they could actually make, probably make sort of Christmas stars or something. Then we've got two stencils. So little spotty things, lines, almost like a, in fact, that would be a tree, wouldn't it? Or it could be a fish, you know, the bones of a fish. Little fence or something on there would work quite well. That would make a nice tree, actually, with that on top of it. Oh, yes, lots of ideas coming through. And then this one is the, like, chains through. So I think that's quite pretty. That's... yes, it doesn't say a particular name for it, it's just a stencil. And then we've got some paper. So these are 8x8s, and they look good. So I'm just going to, oh, and you always get a lovely packet of sweeties. So I really love hearts as well. So that's my thing. And then there's this lovely blue paper. So I will fold that up and I will use that, and you'll get to see me use that, because, you know, nothing goes to waste with me. I hate waste. So that's that. Let me move that out of the way in the box, and I want to have a look at this. I want to have a look at the papers, and I want to have a look at the this big tag. So this tag is, let me have a look and see. It's oh, now look at that. It comes in two different bits. So you've got this, which is your tag, and you know what? I'm actually going to make it into a piece of wall art, because it is so, it's so big. It is 10 inches by 5 inches. So we're not talking about a small thing. And then you've got all of these pieces that can come out. I'm not going to take them all out now. And then they can, all, in fact, even all the little centres, every single piece will come out. And then that can go on top of there. And you've then got the frame with the pieces taken out that you can use for something else as well. So lots, oh my goodness, I've got so many ideas to use with that. I think that's going to be lovely. And whoops. So yeah, they just pop out. So you've got all of these little pieces that you can put on there. And then you've got this piece that's open at the end as well. And all of those, everything comes out, so which is lovely. So they've left all the pieces in, which I think are good. And I love the way that it's burnt, if you see what I mean, almost like pyrography. So this has got like a darkened piece on it, and also around the edges as well. So you can see on here where it's been, as I say, pyrography, it's been burnt, so it gives the edges a really lovely look. Yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it. So you'll see that coming up. It might not be for a little while, because I've got lots of videos up over the next month, but it will certainly be probably dotted in between a few things. And then we've got these papers. Now, I don't normally buy papers because I like to do my own backgrounds, as you know now. But this I thought looked quite nice. So what have we got? Abstract with a K. And this is, so you've got this, which is sort of the first sheet, but in fact you could use these pieces anyway. In fact, you could use this as a banner and then just put something over the, in fact I'll do that. But these, oh, these are lovely, very nice, single-sided. You've got one, making sure I'm in frame. 2, 3. If you don't like doing backgrounds, these are beautiful because they're done for you. 4, and they're nice. They're slightly shiny, but they're a good weight. I thought that they would be thinner, but they're not. They are a jolly good weight. So we'll just go through. Oh, I love this with the browns in it, and this with a little bit of purple. Really, really nice. They're just lovely. In fact, they would give you inspiration to try and do background. So if you wanted to sort of have a blue background or a brown background or something, take one of these pieces out for inspiration and have a go. And they're all different. Every single one is different, which is good. And I think there's 12 pieces. So there's 12 individual designs, which is quite fun. Let's get this one out. Oh, look at that one. I love that colour. And then there's this one. Yeah, they are quite thick. They are quite thick. So you get 12 of those, which I think are lovely. So my goodness, that's what a kit. You know, you've got the papers, you've got the tag, which, as I say, you've got so many other bits with the tag. Let's put that in on there. You've got 2 stencils. You've got 2 lots of laser cuts, this sort of coggy ones and things, which I think will be fun. And then this umbrella person. And as I say, although it looks like an umbrella man, I think I'm going to take it out and do it. I'm going to do something slightly different with one of those, I think. And 2 stamps. And a little inspiration thing. And all of that is for £25. So I think that's brilliant. If you like any of these things, these are going out so quickly. They are literally flying out. But I've got a 20% off discount code, which if you put Jane, my name, Jane, small letters, 20 in on the voucher code, once you go to checkout, you'll get 20% off. So you know, make the most of it if you fancy it. If not, just wait and see all the things I'm going to do with it. So hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye. Welcome to Crafting with Jane. I have got this enormous canvas which I've just finished. It took me probably about 8 hours to complete, but I'm really pleased with it. This is from the Indigoblu #1, the first ever mixed media boxed kit. And I showed you before of unboxing it and what was in it. So if we sort of start with, I took this canvas. So this canvas is, let me see how big my canvas is. It is 12 inches square. So it's a square canvas. And what I did was I primed it with gesso to start off with. So a gesso or white acrylic paint or any sort of form of acrylic paint to give yourself a base to then work over the top of. And then I took a variety of different colours. So I've got some blues on here. I've got some sort of shimmery colours. What I wanted to try and replicate was, in this kit, there are some gorgeous papers. So these are the papers. And you can see from there, you've got some gorgeous sort of colours and things going on. So I wanted to try and replicate that colour palette in the back. Because I thought, well, I'm going to have the sort of gold and things for the hinges and bits, and so that's what I wanted to replicate. And I think I've almost got it. I'm quite pleased with the way the background's gone. I then took, there is a lovely chain. You can see the chains on here, and this was a stencil. So in the kit you have this lovely stencil. Again, I've shown it to you just in the previous video. And so I put white round the sides. And so that was done with, I just stenciled through with white acrylic. And then I use this is sort of a rusty sort of brown colour. Doesn't really show up. If I try and bring it up closer, you can probably, yes, you can just sort of see it's sort of a rusty orange colour, which I thought was quite good. So once I'd got the background, I've then taken, if you can see, there's quite a lot of little splatters and things going on. So I splattered before I put the cuts, the wood cuts over the top. But in reality, I probably should have waited till after, although I did get layers of it, which was quite nice. And these are the Posca pens, and you can see I've used a bright magenta in there just to sort of pop it up a bit and give it a little bit of extra colour. So I then got to work on these, which are these corner pieces. Now they are the Woodology. I think I've got the things. I've used them now, so I can't sort of think, but they're in the kit. They're Woodology, and they've got sort of little chainy pieces on there and bits. And what I did was I took some gold and some copper, and which was paint, and I just sort of mixed it together. I gessoed the wood to start off with black. So again, black works. As you can see, there's little bits of the black sort of showing through, and that works really well. So I did both of those and then put one on in each corner. If you notice as well, you'll probably see round the sides, there's sort of gold, you can just see it catching, gold sort of speckles. And again, that was just with the Posca pen. I just went round the whole of the outside of the frame. So you can see all the way around the outside of the frame, which was quite fun. Then this piece is actually, and I will show you because I've got these two pieces out to show you. So this is you can see the size of it. This is the giant steampunk tag. Now, I'm not really into steampunk, but it has these lovely cogs on it. But it also had, this is the waste. So this was what was left over once I punched out all of these pieces and things like that. So what I thought I would do was to use that for this canvas. So I took the base part, and then I've put as many of these little pieces in. Some of them were really, really fiddly, and some of them I didn't have. I think as I popped them out, they flew everywhere, and I probably put some of them in the bin. But the ones that I did choose, so there's a space there that hasn't been used, but I don't think it matters that much. This, again, I've done it in, if I turn, you can see the texture on it. I've done it in gold and copper paint to just try and bring that. And again, it was done in, it had black on it to start off with. So I put gesso on it, because if you prime the wood first of all, it doesn't soak in and it gives a better sort of overall textural look. I still think that I might do something in on here to cover that bit up a little bit. I'm not overly happy with that bit, but I don't know. I might just leave it as it is. Sometimes it's walk away from it and don't do too much more. Now you'll notice these little butterflies on here. Now these are again Indigoblu butterflies, and what I did was I heat embossed. So did it with Versamark, heat embossed in gold, so you can see the gold glinting on there. And if you notice, you'll see that all of them are slightly different, because I didn't colour them, I didn't do them on white, I did them on this lovely paper. So, as I said, there are 12 8x8 papers. So what I did was I just stamped the butterfly on there in the Versamark, did it with the gold, and it just gave, for me, a softer feel, because as I say, you don't need to be frightened of the word steampunk. I know a lot of people are into steampunk, but for me, I like the softer look, and I think the softer look worked quite well. Then we have Mr. Umbrella Man. So you get, that's the Umbrella Man, laser cut shapes. You get 2 of them, and I've used 1. So that's how they come, completely on what they call grey board. So it's stiffened card. It's like a hard cardboard rather than wood. But it's lovely. So what I did with him, I gessoed him in black all over to get that matte look. And then this part, if I bring it up, this is embossed. So you can see, there we are, you can see it's got a really nice sort of shiny look to it. And what I did was with the numbered stamp, which comes in the kit, I just stamped it down half of it. Then in Versamark, then I put the white embossing powder on and then heated it. So you get, as I say, you get this really, if I can catch it in the light, you'll see, there we go. You get a real shine on it. You can't really see on there. So then I put that up. Now I've put that up with quite a few foam pads because I wanted it to be quite proud, and it has stuck very well. They were good foam pads, so I've put that on there to give that extra dimension. And that is the whole of my beautiful canvas. I'm really pleased with this. I haven't done a canvas before, but I think it looks lovely. As I say, I might add a few other things to it, but at the moment it's up on my wall and I walk past it every day and I go, you know what, I'm really proud of that. So if you think about doing something like this, you know, just get a canvas, because you can always paint over it if you don't like it. So just work and play with the background. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope if there are any kits left that you go and buy a kit, because they are really good value for money. You get they're almost like half price. You get twice the amount of product in for half the price, if you see what I mean. So they're £25 and you get nearly £50 worth of product in there. So yeah, if there's any left, please go ahead and get them. As I've always said, I will put a little thing down there below and link to Indigoblu, but I have got a 20% discount code for you, which if you use my name, Jane, Jane, in smaller case, 20, on the checkout, you can get a 20% discount. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.